I want to load my paint. Maybe I want to see if you could see this. Okay. I want to load this paint into the rolling pin. This is for flat graphic areas. If I load it in here, it will never work. So what I have to do, I have to bring it over here. And I got to make it watery. Almost like non-fat milk. So that's heavy cream, this is non-fat milk. Okay, now I'm gonna load it up. This is the way you load it up. You don't go jabbing it in there. That'll never work. All you have to do, drag your brush across in there. You could, maybe I'll have to come closer so you can see it. See, it's already in there. That's great, isn't it? Okay, now. This is how you make lines with it. By the way, you could use a straight edge. It works with French curves, all that kind of stuff. As you get more experience, you could find out what works for you. And let's see, maybe I'll do the top one first. Maybe I'm gonna move all of these things out of the way for the time, for right now, because this working area is too tight. Okay, so what I usually do is to get it running, I'll run it across my finger. You can see I did it earlier. So to make sure that it runs. Then just like that. Isn't that great? Oops, whoops, 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 whoops. That was a mistake. But you know what? I'm not going to freak out about it because I'm going to make all this black anyway. Let's see, what else can I do? Maybe I could do, maybe I better dry this off first. Get my rolling pin again, make sure I load it up, which I just did. And maybe I could paint this edge right here. It's running. And maybe I'll do this line right here. Double checking to see if I have enough paint in there. Perfect. Lift it up. Paint this one over here. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm wearing gloves. And it's not because wash paint is toxic. It's because in light of what's going on in the world, I've been washing my hands a lot and now they're cracking and it's kind of embarrassing. Okay, so I did that. Then I'm gonna take, let's see, I have a small brush. Where's a small brush? This one happens to be a 5-0. It's a 5-0. And I'm going to paint in the curves. I'm going to paint in the curves. Freehand. Freehand it. Okay, so that's that. Maybe if I wanted to, if I find that the ruling pen is working well for me, maybe I could look for other areas where I can use it. Like for instance, maybe in the lettering. Maybe that would be cool. like that. Maybe like that. I could widen this a little bit, not much. Doesn't work when it gets full open. And the width of the line doesn't change drastically, but let's see. Let's see what happens. Looks a little bit fatter. A little bit fatter. I like to use these kind of tools anywhere that's I can. Because it just seems to be more efficient. Okay, that's that. I'm going to stop with that one. What can I do now? Okay, so since I'm painting a lot of things in black, maybe I'll just continue on. So now I'm going to try to do some freehand stuff. So like, let's see, how about these kind of like little icons right here? Oh, you know, watch out where the paint is still wet, because as you're moving along, that's where mistakes happen. And I hope I don't make one of those kind of mistakes in front of you folks. So laying it in, and then perhaps do this one. As you can tell, it's kind of hard for me to talk and paint at the same time, so just bear with me. Hopefully with practice I'll get better. I don't know, we'll see. So did that. Then, like I said, one of our goals is to try to show evidence of detail work. And so I'll paint this little thing in here. You know what? This is supposed to be an ace of spades, but this looks like it's clubs. I don't know what that means. Maybe you card players could explain that to me when we get back to a face-to-face meeting. I think that's going to happen like in April, huh? Dang. Crazy times. I never thought I would be doing a demo like this online. Anyway, there's more stuff in there, right? There's more stuff. You could see the stuff in there. I'm just gonna have to speed it up because I'm gonna bore everybody out to death. I hope I'm not, but maybe that's happening. Okay, so that's that. I don't like that one. Then I'm gonna add maybe this outside border. Like that. I'm going fast, guys, so forgive me for errors. Just laying it in. And kind of like this outside, not outside, but this kind of a graphic shape within a shape. So I'll keep that. And then maybe share with you like a couple of polka dots. I'm not going to do a lot of them or else we're going to be here all day long. So how about that? How about a couple more? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the painter Yayoi Kusama. She's known for polka dots. So this is my pale attempt at painting a few a few of them for you. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. The finer the brush that you have, the pointier the brush you have, the more details you're going to get. And I'm sort of wailing through this whole thing, which I don't want you guys to do. I want you to take your time. I want you to go ahead and spend like a couple hours doing this, because that's the only way you're going to really understand how this gouache paint behaves. It's a beautiful medium. In fact, a lot of painters these days still use it. I know like the students at Art Center like to use it. Okay, so did that. And then another thing with gouache paint, like I said, it's flat and graphic and opaque. You could mix halftones with it. You can mix colors with it. Colors are bright and saturated. That's one of the pros or the good things about it. The negatives is that it's finicky. Like it can mess up if you spill something on it. Once you spill something on it, it runs and does all kind of weird stuff. And it happens. It happens. See that little area right there? That's my brilliant idea. I'm gonna knock that down with a halftone. The reason why I want you to have some halftones in your projects is because I want you to see how the paint is different in its wet state as compared to its dry state, okay? Because the value changes. It's weird. The value changes. Actually, you know, the value changes when you use acrylic paint too, as you probably know from if you had painting classes. Okay, anyway, the value's going to change. And as an illustrator and painter, you have to be able to anticipate what the change is going to be, you know, and that just comes with experience. And yeah, it just comes with experience. Okay, so now what do I want to do? I want to drop that card into a black background. So we're going to have like this really cool bright card shooting out. And like I said, I already put the removable tape on, and I'm going to double check that it's on good. Okay. And then, using my fattest brush that I have, I want to lay it in. And if I were to paint this with freehand, it would be impossible for me to do it. I mean, I could do it, but it won't have like the crispness and the straightness that I could get with the tape. So that's that. I'm gonna move some of this stuff out because I don't want to make a disastrous mistake, a big spill. Okay, so while it's drying, I will say that second semester students, like I said, your theme is called Nuke. And since you've already done the playing card, you know what this is all about and what I'm looking for. So with the Nuke, you know, there's room for interpretation. Okay. Normally, I would wait till everything dries thoroughly because, I don't want to make smears. But here we go. I'm impatient. I'm impatient. Background, let the thing pop out and get an idea. That's my little idea. I'd like the bent of the card. And then years ago I did another one. This one is more time consuming, but